In the most remote, frozen wasteland on Earth, researchers stumbled upon something that shouldn't exist. A human skull, weathered by centuries of Antarctic storms, belonging to a woman who died before anyone even knew this continent existed. But here's the twist that'll make your mind spin. How did she get there? And more importantly, who was she? Welcome back to Hidden Past History, where we uncover the stories that textbooks forgot to mention. When we think of Antarctica, we picture an endless white desert discovered in 1820 by Russian explorers. But what if we told you that this woman's bones prove someone beat them there by over 200 years? What if the official discovery of Antarctica wasn't the first time humans set foot on that frozen continent? Today, we're revealing the identity of this mysterious woman and how her death rewrote everything we thought we knew about Antarctic exploration. Because her story doesn't just challenge history, it shatters it completely. But to understand why this discovery is so earth-shattering, we need to meet the woman whose courage led her to the ends of the earth. Her name was Maria del Carmen Pizarro, and in 1603 she did something that would have been considered impossible. She financed and joined a secret Spanish expedition to find the legendary southern continent that cartographers insisted must exist. But here's what makes Maria extraordinary. She wasn't just along for the ride. Using her inheritance from her conquistador father, she funded part of the expedition herself. 3 ships, 127 men, and 1 woman who refused to accept that some places were off-limits to her gender. The expedition departed from Valparaiso with one goal: find Terra Australis, the great southern continent. But as they sailed further south than any European had gone before, disaster struck. Storm after storm battered their vessels. Ships were lost, men died, and by the time they reached the latitude where Antarctica lay hidden beneath the ice, only 1 ship remained seaworthy. Maria had already survived 2 shipwrecks and a mutiny, but the worst was yet to come. Because somewhere in those frozen waters, the woman who had dared to explore the unknown would become part of the mystery herself. What happened next would remain buried in ice for nearly 400 years. Fast forward to 1991. A joint research team is conducting routine geological surveys on the Antarctic Peninsula when they make a discovery that changes everything. Embedded in a rock formation exposed by ice melting, they find human remains, a remarkably preserved cranium. The initial assumption? These were the remains of a recent explorer, maybe from the early 1900s. But when they subjected the bones to carbon dating, the results sent shockwaves through the scientific community. The cranium was 400 years old, dating to around 1605. But wait, it gets even more incredible. The skull belonged to a woman in her mid-20s, and isotope analysis showed she had lived in colonial South America. Then came the smoking gun, a silver pendant found nearby, inscribed with MCP 1603. Maria del Carmen Pizarro. The woman who died before Antarctica was discovered had actually discovered it herself. The geological evidence reveals what happened in her final moments. The area where she was found had been an ice-free valley during a brief warming period in the early 1600s. Her expedition had taken shelter there during a severe storm. But Maria never made it home. She died there alone, in a place that wouldn't officially exist for another 217 years. Think about that for a moment. While the world believed Antarctica was just a theory, Maria's bones were already resting in its frozen ground, carrying the secret of humanity's first contact with the continent. The discovery sent shockwaves through the historical community. Dr. Elena Vasquez called it the most significant revision to Antarctic history in over a century. But here's what makes this story even more remarkable. It's probably not unique. If Maria reached Antarctica in 1603, how many other secret expeditions made it to places that wouldn't be officially discovered for centuries? How many other adventurers and pioneers died carrying secrets that we're only now beginning to uncover? Some historians questioned the evidence, but the forensic analysis was conclusive. The bone preservation matched the unique conditions of that specific Antarctic valley. The pendant's silver composition matched Spanish colonial mining techniques. And most convincingly, archival research in Lima uncovered Maria's will, describing the exact pendant found with her remains. Maria's story became a symbol of something we're only now beginning to understand, that history is far messier, more dangerous, and more extraordinary than our textbooks suggest. Official discoveries often just mean the first time someone survived to tell about it. So, what does Maria's story really tell us? It proves that human curiosity has always pushed us beyond the supposed limits of our technology and knowledge. More importantly, it shows us that women weren't just footnotes in exploration history, they were financing it, leading it, and dying for it. That cranium, weathered by centuries of Antarctic storms, carried within it the power to rewrite history. The woman who died before Antarctica was discovered had, in fact, discovered it herself. Her story was lost for over 400 years, but her bones carried the truth through time, waiting for the moment when we would be ready to listen. And here's the thing. Maria's story makes us wonder, what other impossible discoveries are still out there waiting to be found? What do you think about Maria del Carmen Pizarro's incredible story? Are there other historical mysteries you'd like us to investigate? Let us know in the comments below. We read every single one, and many of our video ideas come directly from your suggestions. If you enjoyed uncovering this hidden chapter of history with us, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our latest discoveries. We're constantly digging into the archives and bringing you stories that challenge everything you thought you knew about the past. Until then, keep questioning, keep exploring, and remember, history is always more mysterious than it appears on the surface.